Hi and welcome to Indigo Starfire. My name is Bevin, and in this video I'm going to be doing a channeled message from your person reading. There are 3 groups to choose from. Group 1 is the lapis lazuli heart. Group 2 is the fluorite heart. And group 3 is the golden healer quartz heart. So if you want to take a moment to center, focus on your breathing, and feel whichever group, maybe multiple groups, or perhaps all of the groups that you're most drawn to, I'll give you a minute to make your selection and then we'll get right into it. And there are timestamps in the description box of the video for each group if you'd like to jump ahead. And up next is a close-up photo of the crystals to help you better make your selection. Hi, Group 1. I chose the lapis lazuli heart. So I'm going to start with some tarot and use these as the framework for the channeling, and then I will dive into the deeper energy surrounding that. I'm going to be channeling in the first person tense using pronouns such as I, me, you, and we. And following this initial portion of the reading, I'll get some standalone message cards that can either reinforce what comes through here in the first part or can serve as additional messages for you from your person's higher self. And then I'll close the reading out with some initials. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands, Judgment, the Star, 2 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, the Hierophant, 10 of Swords, 3 of Cups, and the 4 of Cups. I am feeling pulled in so many directions at this point in time, drawn by a deep sense of loyalty to tradition and the life that I have carved out for myself at this point in time, and beckoned also to higher potentials that have stirred and awoken within me, a desire and a thirst for something more than I have known and have been able to experience up to this point in time. I see you as a lighthouse, a beacon out there in the fog, which directs me to clearer waters and safe passage, to a way in which I am able to actualize the fullest potential of myself, guided by the light and the harmony of the love that exists between the two of us. I am scared to take a leap of faith, and yet I cannot turn away from what my heart has seen when it has witnessed you fully. I am guided by a force and a hand that is higher than my understanding, which compels me beyond the point of caution to a place of risk that is unusual for me, because I want to bear my soul to you. I want to take a leap of faith in the direction of this love in a way in which I am not usually accustomed to maneuvering in my ordinary life. You inspire me to expect more for myself and to start to look around at ways in which I have settled and become complacent. I am asking myself why, at this point in my life, do I feel the strong and sudden urge to make such drastic and yet calculated changes? The answer keeps coming back around to the reality that I wish to experience something more for myself, a future which is conjoined with yours, so that hopefully, possibly, probably, and maybe we can enjoy this next stage and chapter of our experience with one another in fuller versions of who we each have always been meant to be. And in this way, our love can be a beacon for others as well, to step beyond the shadows and into a place of full revelation, where the truth of what is held within each of their hearts can also be made manifest and known in a more profound way. I am inclined to rush towards you in a way that may seem very shocking, and so I am trying to exercise caution and restraint so that I do not startle you with the fullness and measure of what I hold inside in my heart for you that has been simmering for quite some time just beneath the surface. I long to express to you the truth and depth of what it is that I feel for you, how I envision the future unfolding between the two of us, and to take you by my side as my partner, my confidant, and my true, lasting, and only love, so that we are able to move forth with love as that beacon and that guiding light, not held back by restraint or the need to put on airs for appearance's sake, but in a way in which this love can be made known in a very profound and obvious fashion, because it serves neither of us to keep it closeted and hidden for very much longer. And yet I need to move with a sense of discernment in your direction, because I fear that I could lose myself entirely and everything that I have built inside and around me if I were to move at too impulsive of a pace towards you. I don't want both our lives to fall apart in the interest of choosing love. I want to be that person that is that guiding light for you as well, a strong foundation you can rely upon as you step into the season of your greatest blooming, so that together we might be able to conquer all obstacles that we have faced previously and which hold us back in a place of hesitation from experiencing and expressing the fullness of what we hold in our hearts. Because I feel that we are here to be more than just two people who have found one another despite all odds and have fought and fallen in love, but that we are people who can also be an example to others that a truth, a purity, and an essence of love from a bygone era does exist and can be found if one is merely courageous enough to listen to those gentle nudges within and make adjustments accordingly. I dream about you often, and I apply those dreams out into my active process of manifestation, so that you are not simply something which passes me by that I look upon in the years to come with a sense of regret that I didn't take a leap of faith, but that you instead are that horizon I navigate towards, through the tossing and turning of what must be shed from my life, a version of me that must come forth in more of a pronounced and profound way, and the ways in which I envision the two of us can help to shape and forge one another into that ever-evolving best version of self, so that what is left behind is but a small sacrifice in the interest of what can grow within each of us and between the two of us working as one. I look forward to the time when there is not such a need to push and pull against the obvious fears that exist within the two of us, and that we are able to rightly love one another out loud. I look forward to the time when we are beyond this difficult and painful experience of coming into the fullness of who we are, so that love can actually win in the end. I look forward to the time when I am greeted by every sunrise with the smile that is upon your face, and I look forward to the time when we can speak openly and outwardly of the miracle of having found one another in this vast and wide world. So those are your messages. I'm also going to get some standalone message cards. It can either reinforce what came through here in the first part of the reading or can serve as additional messages for you from your person's higher self. Okay, and we have, it's hard for me to tell you the truth. I want to help you. I get excited every time I see you. I shouldn't have let you go. I got triggered. Let's get through this together. I've never felt this way before. A lot has changed. I'm not sure how you will react. And I can't commit to you right now. So these initials can be a first, middle, or last name of you or your person, or can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. Got H, T, R, M, C, I, U, F, C, X, N, E, B, V, N, O, A, S, I, K, and P. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link to that in the description box of the video. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I also sell handmade jewelry, dream catchers, and sun catchers if you're interested in checking any of those out as well. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, Group 2. You chose the fluorite heart. So I'm going to start with some tarot, and I will use these as the framework for the channeling, and then I will dive into the deeper energies surrounding that. I'm going to be channeling in the first person tense using pronouns such as I, me, you, and we, and following this initial portion of the reading, I'll get some standalone message cards that can either reinforce what comes through here in the first part or can serve as additional messages for you from your person's higher self, and then I'll close the reading out with some initials. Okay, we have the Three of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Four of Wands, Seven of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Two of Wands, King of Swords, Temperance, and the Knight of Wands. I am drawn to you in an uncontrollable way. My ego is challenged by the nature of what I feel for you, which is a complex mystery that begs everything of me to unwrap the full potential of what we might develop into with one another. I have tried to push away the idea of you to no avail. I keep circling back around to the reality that you and I have encountered one another at this exact juncture in time for a very precise reason. The truth is, there is nothing that stands between the two of us, and yet I am taking a measured pace in my approach to you for reasons that are not entirely clear to me, but that I am trusting in order to try and lay a proper foundation between the two of us that might yield a connection which is lasting and enduring for many years to come. You are on my mind frequently, and I envision what the future between the two of us will hold with a sense of excitement and anticipation. I feel myself willing to surrender to the process of personal transformation that is required of me so that I am able to rise into the fullest expression of who I am, blossoming into a different version of me than anyone else in life and in love has known. And although these are steps into the unknown, which is usually something which is difficult for me, I am diving head first into the ability to let go what no longer serves, shed a skin that I have been wearing for pointless reasons and for reasons of great necessity, and to be able to step forth into an area of vulnerability within myself so that open and honest communication can occur between the two of us emotionally. I feel safe in your presence, safe to be seen for exactly who I am, which is something at times that makes me uncertain about if I am headed in the right direction or headed for a great collapse in my life. Because if I am able to open my heart up to you fully and you were to turn and walk away one day, I don't know that I could quite put all the pieces back together again. And so it is of great peril and risk that I step to you with an open offering of love that is gifted to you exclusively and alone. I am filled with a sense of happiness at the idea of what tomorrow can hold for the two of us. The notion of allowing time to pass with you walking by my side helps to make the future not feel like such a daunting prospect, but like something that I can withstand the turning of the tides in any direction, and that I will come out triumphant no matter what life has in store for me, because I have somebody like you supporting me, seeing me as the best version of myself even on my worst day, and challenging and encouraging me to never settle to be second best in my own life, but to take the lead in whatever ways that I can, in order to learn to accept where I am in every moment, and to step into the full potential of what can yet become out of all which has fallen apart, or what I have let lay by the wayside for far too long. I am stepping into a different path of creativity within myself, and looking for solutions rather than sitting and dwelling in a sense of monotony that has drained away the life from me, quite without my meaning it to. And so now I am in a place of investing in a rejuvenating sense of feeding fully into myself emotionally, so that I have reservoirs of abundance inside emotionally, and in the ways in which I am able to cultivate joy for myself that I intend to share only with you. I watch you from afar, and I am hoping that you can feel the love I am sending through the ethers in your direction. It is very consciously directed to you, and I hope that you are able to sense the signature of my energy along the signs and synchronicities that I anticipate will come upon your path at the proper moments in time, so that you sense and see that no matter the distance between the two of us presently, you are never alone. I want to move closer into a state of union with you, and so I am investing in balancing both the light and shadow polarities within myself first and foremost. I know that you are somebody who can meet me on that equitable plane in the ways in which others before you have always let me down, and so it is of the utmost importance that I hone and shine something inside of me, so that it is the greatest gift of the best version of myself that is presented to you, because you deserve nothing less than full reciprocity and a great degree of rigorous effort having been put into a level of self-acceptance and self-improvement within myself first and foremost, so that you are encouraged in whatever way the winds of change guide and direct you to metamorphosize and come into a fuller expression of who you have always been meant to be. I look forward to the future and the two of us creatively deciding what we want to do next. I don't want to get stuck in the boredom and monotony of the people that we used to be any longer. I long to spread my wings and fly with you to different sorts of horizons that I see shining in your eyes with a sense of purpose and passion. I'm curious about the inner workings of your mind, and I long to get closer to your heart so that I can be that confidant, that rock, and that saving grace that helps you to remind yourself of just how wonderful and perfect you are at every moment, even when you struggle to realize that within yourself fully. I want to be that person that encourages you and also triggers you into the best version of self in all of the softest and most honest and gentle ways that I can. And so I'm seeking and finding all the obstructions within myself that have caused me in the past not to trust in love at face value, because there is no reason that you should be made to fight and compete with the shadows of individuals who were never equipped to love me properly or accept me for who I am. I want open and honest communication between the two of us, and so I am starting by being open and honest with you from the inside first. I am preparing myself for a grand declaration, a truth of love that I hope you will receive with openness and excitement. I want to be the reason that you smile. I do not want to add to your stress or your misery, and so I hope you allow me the opportunity to shower you with the type of high divine love somebody of your essence is certainly worthy of on every occasion. So those are your messages. I'm also going to get some standalone message cards that can either reinforce what came through here in the first part of the reading or can serve as additional messages for you from your person's higher self, and then I'll close the reading out with some initials. and we have meeting you is the best thing that ever happened to me. I miss our friendship. You always know what to say to make me feel better. I'm taking a leap of faith. I have regrets. I realize now what I did was wrong. I adore you. Let's get through this together. Is it too late to apologize? And I have so much to tell you. So these initials can be a first, middle, or last name of you or your person, or can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. Got K, N, C, B, T, X, O, A, G, E, H, D, M, B, U, F, Q, R, and D. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link to that in the description box of the video. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I also sell handmade jewelry, dream catchers, and sun catchers if you're interested in checking any of those out as well. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, Group 3. Chose the Golden Healer Quartz. So I'm going to start with some tarot, and I will use these as the framework for the channeling, and then I will dive into the deeper energy surrounding that. I'm going to be channeling in the first person tense using pronouns such as I, me, you, and we. And following this initial portion of the reading, I'll get some standalone message cards that can either reinforce what comes through here in the first part or can serve as additional messages for you from your person's higher self. And then I'll close the reading out with some initials. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Wands, Two of Cups, Nine of Wands, Two of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Five of Swords, and the Hierophant. I regret not fighting harder for this connection when I had the opportunity. I hate the fact that I have left you stranded in love all alone. I look back with regret on words that I held inside because my pride and my ego were too stubborn for me to reveal the truth, that you are the answer to every quest I have been upon, to find a place of completion where my heart truly belongs, and that when I encountered you, I instead ran the other direction instead of pulling you close as I should have. I am circling around the idea of reaching out to make amends with you, and I feel in ways that I might be ruminating so much over the precise words that I want to say and the expression that I want to make in this regard, that you might get indicators of me lurking in the peripheral of your energy. I don't want to get your hopes up only to let you down, so I'm putting care and measure into the nature of my approach. You are singularly set apart within my heart. There is nobody that I have met ever that has compared or could even hold a candle to you and what you mean to me. I am a better person in your presence, and since we have been apart from one another, I am a mere shadow of the individual that I once was. I feel the years of life draining away from me at an exponential rate, and I know that this is because I have left my essential life force, which is you, long behind in my buried past. I want to unearth the potential between the two of us. I want to give us a real chance to grow and flourish into what we have always been meant to be to one another. I am looking back on the mistakes that I have made in life and in love, and I am determined to course correct in any ways that I can, so that I don't continue to move through the years always wondering what if, but I take every step that I can in your direction to try to repair what has been torn asunder and to try and build in a better direction, so that trust is something which can be established as a new sort of foundation between the two of us, and that we can raise ourselves up out of this place of longing for one another from afar into the element of letting love live out loud within and between the two of us, building the type of kingdom that always should have been between the both of us, where love is the law above all else. I am filled with visions of you and what our future between the two of us should look like. I know that I have the power in my hands to change our fate and fortune at this time. There's an extreme amount of pressure upon me coming in from various angles, and I feel the walls of my life closing in around me. It is no longer sustainable for me to try and hide and pretend that I am satisfied with the nature of the reality I've created for myself. I want to run away from it all and join you in that far-off horizon where we can leave the past behind us and begin anew. But I also understand that it is of the utmost importance that I cleanly tie up the loose ends in my life so that there is nothing flailing, nothing that haunts us, nothing that is left undone, and I am able to give my full and undivided attention to you and cultivating something different between the two of us. I want to take this relationship to the next level, to make up for lost time and to make you understand just how important you have always been to me. I'm sorry that I did you such a disservice and took you for granted, that I didn't realize your value to me until it was too little too late. I hope that there is still time for you to find it in your heart to forgive me. I want to come at you with a different approach than I used the first time around, so that you understand I have endeavored to change, that this time between the two of us that has been heavy with silence has not been in vain. I understand that you have picked up and moved on in your life in such profound ways, but I want you to know that it has always been my hope that I would catch up with you further down the road. Things did not go according to the plan that I set in motion once upon a time, and it has been a humbling experience to see that for as much as I tried to control every detail of our circumstance, everything unraveled miserably right before my eyes. I have needed to come home to myself and to loose from within me a sense of stubbornness where I am unwilling to look at things that are not working and to step away, but instead wait till everything hits rock bottom and then have to pick the pieces up one by one. I never should have gambled with something as precious as your heart. I should have been the one to take bold action and fight beyond obstacles that stood between us in the past. The things which once clouded my vision are no longer a factor, and I see you so clearly and in a way that it almost brings me to tears to think of how beautiful things could have been between the two of us if only I hadn't been so stubborn in the long-buried past. I hope that you will receive me with an energy of excitement and that you will know it is taking every bit of courage within myself to try and do what is right in this situation, to try and repair what has been torn apart, to try and be the person that you have always needed me to be, because I hold you in such high regard, and a less suitable version of myself just will not do as the one who walks arm in arm with you on into the future. So those are your messages. Let's see what else your person wants you to know right now from their higher self. Okay, and we have, you are always in my dreams. I could talk to you forever. I get excited every time I see you. Let's get through this together. I like that you are different from the rest. No one compares to you. I'll never forget the time we spent together. I have so much to tell you. I'm so happy when I am around you, and I adore you. So these initials can be a first, middle, or last name of you or your person, or can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. Got S, G, E, A, F, V, P, S, N, N, W, Q, F, T, I, Y, M, R, and C. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link to that in the description box of the video. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I also sell handmade jewelry, dream catchers, and sun catchers if you're interested in checking any of those out as well. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.